How did it feel, or did you watch the video?
Yes, I did.
You did watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
So when you saw George Floyd crying out to his mom, how did that make you feel?
Oh, I cried. I cried because I know his mom was looking down on him. Because that is, ooh, she just like me. I mean, when stuff go wrong with me, I just say, Mom, you know, it just really hurt me. It really hurt me. Because see, right now, he was just like a baby. He was just like a baby, and he cried for his mom. And I don't see how in the world anybody can still be hurting like that when he crying for his mom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hurt me.
Yeah, did it bring up any memories or anything?
Well, I've never seen anybody stuff happen in my side, but I have seen stuff like that happen. I have seen them beat the guy, you know, with clubs and sticks to hang them up, and on TV they'll read about it. But it's to see stuff like that. When I was young, my mama made sure I wasn't around anything like that. But reading about it and seeing it on TV, it had an impact on my life. It made me know that I want my children to be different, my children and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren to live in a world where they didn't have to fear for their lives. So right now, black people, they are scared to let their young boys go outside because they don't know what somebody could be around with a gun ready to shoot them. They're getting shot for nothing. I mean, it makes you scared. Mm-hmm. It really makes you scared. Mm-hmm. For your children, I'm scared for all my grandchildren. That's why I stand at the door and watch them drive off, because I feel that something can happen. Now I don't went in my house and close my door and I don't see it till the next day. So that is something a black mother, grandmother, and we all fear. We fear for our young men's life. It doesn't happen to the women as much as it do to the men. But mostly to the men, it's like they're trying to destroy all black men.
What were some roadblocks for your children or grandchildren growing up because of their skin color?
One instance is when they were segregated in school. The first year that my oldest daughter went to first grade is when that happened. And I was so scared to send her. And when she got home from school, I said, how did it go? She said, it was good. I said, would you expecting something bad? And I said, well, I didn't know because of all the turmoil that happened in the past. So, for my daughter, things got better and better. But for my grandchildren, it's kind of hard because I feel like some teachers would like saying, like they treated white better than they did black. And I've had to go to school with my son because of that issue like that. And I asked them, I said, are you prejudiced to what, my child? And they would say, okay, no, why are you saying that? And I said, well, because, I grew up in times like that, and to me, it's still like, my son was smart. Mm-hmm. And he was giving them bad grades and putting them in, like, small, in the little group for kids that didn't know much. So I felt like, I was not going to let that happen. So I went to talk to the principal and things, and got things straightened, so he was able to moving to a better group and things. But as for my grandchildren, I don't know how things are. That some people, some of my children tell me that, they have a little problem with some of the teachers or something like that, or some of the kids and their parents. But as for that, because it was my child, I made sure everything was all right. So I did what I had to do.
Okay, so how do you feel about all of the rioting and everything that you see going on in the news?
I've been feeling pretty sad because it's bringing back memories, and I thought that this was over. Since I was a girl, it's just really sad for black people to get hurt like they are, and I just pray for them, and it's just really sad.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I just feel like something could be done, should be done about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you remember any like buildings burning and people rioting in the streets and stuff? Like when you were a kid.
Well, I don't remember that when I was young. My mama always said, you gotta keep our place, stay at our place. So I don't remember that when I was little, but I do remember that when I was a teenager.
Mhm.
When I was a teenager, it was so bad that they had to call, I don't know if these were soldiers or National Guard or something. I remember we were staying down a dirt road, and it was raining a lot, and these soldiers and stuff were coming down the road, and every time, like, anybody would go uptown or something, they would follow us to make sure no one did do anything to us.
Mm.
Because I think that was all because of Martin Luther King and all that, but it was pretty sad.
Do you remember anything from the civil rights movement?
Yes, I do. I remember when Martin Luther King was marching, and all the things that happened. I was a young adult. I was married then, and I remember when I was look on TV, on TV and see that, him and a whole lot of people marching, and people were holding them down and throwing things at them, and they were just still being peaceful. They had a peaceful protest, but they were being treated really bad, and they were hauling them off to jail. And Martin Luther King always told everybody not to fight. He said, let's do it peaceful. And they took him to jail and said, don't fight it. And they didn't fight it, and they went to jail, but they got out and kept going, doing the same thing, but because Black lives did matter to Martin Luther King. It mattered, and he was going to do something about it. And things did get better. But after he was killed, it did get better. But it's still not the way it should be. We were told to stay in our place. That's what most of the people I knew did. They stay in their place, they stay in their home. It was all like black neighborhoods, and stay in our place, and what the white folk told us to do, we did it. So we just stayed in our place, and my mom told us, no matter, I asked Mom, why do we have to do what they say all the time? And she said that it's the way it is, we got to do what they say and just keep our mouth shut.
Mm. And how did you feel about always having to do exactly what you were supposed to do?
I didn't feel good because I didn't feel like it was right. I didn't feel like it was right. I was human, and I know that I didn't feel like they were any different than I was.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when I went uptown and I go into the store, and if I was in line and then a white person came up, the lady told me to get out of the line. And I told her, I said, well, I was up in line. I said, I've been waiting a long time, and I've been in this line for a long time. So why do I have to move? She said, will you please move and let this lady come and get her stuff paid for? I said, well, that's okay. I put my stuff down and I walked out the store. And I went home. I cried about it because I didn't understand, and my mom never couldn't explain it to me because she just told me to stay in my place.
Mm-hmm.
And I also remember, like if I wanted to go buy a hot dog or hamburger in the restaurant, I had to go in the back. Mm-hmm. And when I went in the back, it was like the kitchen and black people working back there. They also had like about 2 or 3 tables. But if black people want to sit and eat, mm-hmm. they had to sit and eat back there. They could not go in the front. Mm. And I just went there and got some stuff and left because I didn't want to sit back there because this was another kitchen and it was smelly, smoky and everything, and you didn't feel good in there like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another incident I remember was the fountain uptown. They had signs on the fountain. Mm. And one said color, another said white. Mm-hmm. Okay, the colored one, it was rusty. Mm. And barely get any water out of it. The white one looked real nice. And me being a kid, I could go to the white and get it. And my mama would put me because she said I was out of my place. And another thing is about the bathroom. The bathroom, they had a white bathroom and a color bathroom. And I went in the color bathroom, it was smelling so bad, I didn't want to use it. So I went in the white bathroom and it was so beautiful. And I still, I was wondering, why are we treated this way? Is it something we did or we in error? Did God want us to be that way or what? So it was really bad. I grew up in those times like that, and it's not nice. And see, when things got better, I was glad that it got better for my children and for my grandchildren. And when my dad lost his job, and we had to move to Florida. And when we was in Florida, we went to a black school. Mm-hmm. And it was fine now, everything was fine until the crop was over with. So then we moved from Florida to New York. And when we went to New York, it was totally different. When we went to school, it was white people teaching us. And I was the only black kid in the class. Mm-hmm. And I felt very different because I was not brought up that way. Mm-hmm. But the teachers treated me very nice. It was different than from down the south. Some of the students didn't understand why I was in the class, but that I was still treated fairly and everything. So it was just, I came up through those times and I know what it's like. And when things happening now, it's just like it just turned back around and going back into the 50s and the 60s. Mm. And this is right now in 2000. So I'm just wondering, why is this happening? Is things getting worse or is it getting better?
Do you feel like there's always been a target on the black man?
It has been. Mm-hmm. It has been. Yes, it has. And I'm seeing it now more than ever. I don't know whether it's because of this pandemic or what's going on, but it just, they have been like that. And I'm seeing it now more than ever. Mm. In the last, I'd say 3 months or more, it's been like that. Mm. Yeah, and I've been crying, going to bed crying about that. And I was thinking, God, what is going on, because these are black men. And they're killing them one by one until they just, like, they're trying to delete all black men. Mm. For some reason, I don't know. And I prayed about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I still think no matter what's going on, God is the one that's in control. Mm-hmm. And He will stop it. Mm-hmm. That this pandemic time coming because of all this that's going on. Mm-hmm. God can stop it. But He's trying to bring us together. Mm-hmm. We need to come together as black and white and Hispanic, everybody, we need to come together in order for all this stuff to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And if we stop this fighting and killing and stuff like that, then God will step in and make things better. So we need to honor the men that went before us. Some of the men, just like, what, like Martin Luther King and all the black people that tried to make our life better. See, they made our life better by what they did, and because of Martin Luther King, we are able to eat with eat with white, and go to white school and do things that we wasn't able to do. Go in the same bathroom, drink from the same fountain, and things is just so much better. It got so much better until all this happened. This the past month or two. Then I started thinking, is this thing going backward or going forward? But when you see stuff like that happening, you think, no, what's happening? And see, because I got older, I feel like now I'm seeing things that happen that I didn't know when I was younger, and I'm seeing the impact it's having on our children's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And see that the next step would be like okay, you say, okay, you're closer to your destination. Have you ever been blind? Have you ever been blindsided? Some people have been blindsided, and they feel like, hey, I'm doing good. Then somebody go and tell a lie and say, okay, this person did this and that, because they don't want to blame the white person. They go blame a black person, and then that black person get charged for something that a white man did.
Mm.
And so it made me start thinking about, hey, it's not right. This is the way it was. And I remember when my brother, he was walking to work, and he passed a white boy plane, and they start calling him nigger.
Mm.
And they sprayed a water gun on him.
Mm.
And shoot him, and he told them to stop, and they wouldn't stop. So he would take it out of their hand, they started fighting. So when he hit them back, he got locked up.
Mm.
He got locked up, and he was in jail. I think he was like 16, 17 years old, and he got locked up. And he had to suffer because of something. They knew that they could do that to us, and nothing would happen to them. So he just, from then on, most of my family still do not like white folks.
Mm.
And see, I try to tell them, I said, well, that's the people from back then. I said, things supposed to change now. But we still got some people that got prejudice, and they were taught. You don't do what you're not taught. You do what you're taught. So say, for example, your dad might tell you something, and then it stays in your head. Just like when they went and chased that little boy down in Georgia and shot him, because that's what his dad told him to do. See, that's what they used to do a long time ago. They would chase down a black person, when they feel like, okay, that black man looked at that white woman. They string him up and hang him.
Mm.
And that is something that, I thought would change. So, these guys being drunk, stranglehold, or the knees on his neck and stuff like that, make me think that, hey, this thing is happening again. What is happening to my family? And I said, oh God, I don't want to live through this no more. So we got to ask ourselves the question, what are we going to do when it's our moment?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to tuck our tail between the legs and go on and be scared and stop and don't do anything about it? This is the time to stand. This is the time to get up and get back into the fight. You cannot give up and you cannot give in.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what goes on, just keep going and keep going. I'm praying that it don't happen to you, about being put in jail or anything, but sometimes you have to go through stuff like that to show people this is what's gonna happen when you believe in what is right. You do what you gotta do.
Desperate measures.
Yes.
Yeah, going the extra mile so that you can get your point across and so that you can be heard.
That's right. You need to be heard.
Because people were fighting to be heard and to be seen.
Step out and say, this is not the way it should be. This is not the way it should be. I don't want that for my children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and all down to the generation. I want them to have what I didn't have. I want them to be able to step out and say, ain't nobody going to do anything to me because I'm stepping out. It's because when people go into a white neighborhood, say, what are you doing in this white neighborhood? Why should it be a white neighborhood? Everybody is equal. And so they say, oh, you here because you trying to do some drug or you ain't got no ability or you want to steal. They always feel that the black man is going to steal. And that's why right now there's a lot of black guys in prison. And that is wrong because they getting charged for little bit of stuff. Little stuff that don't matter. And they let people like the white man, they let him get away with stuff like raping girls or killing someone more than they'll do to the guys that dealing drugs. I don't agree with guys dealing drugs, but some guys don't know they ain't had somebody to push them to do better and be better. And that is what I've been trying to do with my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, to tell them, go the next step. Don't stop. Don't give in. Don't give up. You can be somebody great. And I always tell them, you can be the president of the United States if you want to be. You just got to work at it, and you got to work hard. So don't let nothing stop you. Black men, you got to wake up and take that next step. Don't back down, stand. Okay, just when you think it's about over, then you start thinking about, your mission is over because, like when Martin Luther King died, everybody thought the mission was over. But it's not over. It's just when that you got to keep going and you got to step out, get your feet wet. Because no matter what goes on, God is there with you. He can't do anything if you don't do anything. God is there in that mess with you. But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep moving. That when you're stepping into the unknown, God will be with you. He was with Moses and He will be with us. It's hard to follow behind someone who doesn't want to lead. If you don't want to lead, then you don't need to follow that person. Because you can't get anywhere if you're following that. But the main thing is, when you start something, don't stop. You stand. You will not get anywhere if you don't stand. You put your feet down and you stand.
So do you think that's where we dropped the ball? After Martin Luther King and so many other people, once they passed away, you think people dropped the ball? They felt like they didn't have a leader anymore, so they dropped the ball.
That's right. And I feel like that's why things ain't got no... It's okay, but it hasn't got as far as it could be. Yeah, and because the leader was gone, they felt like, hey, it is gone. All the civil rights leaders like Rosa Parks and all these people that did what they had to do, even go to jail, they did what they had to do. And when they died, it's like it died with them. So you can't give up the mission. You got to keep going, and you got to stand no matter what the opposition. You got to keep going.
What advice would you give to people in my age group, which I'm 22, so people that are like 25 and down? What kind of advice would you give them?
The advice I would give them is to go as high as you can in your education. Go as high as you can, and just it might be hard, But anything that worth having is worth fighting for and working for. So to go forward as high as you can. But you gotta work hard, and you can't let back down from nothing. Don't let nobody tell you you are different or you can't do that. Don't ever let anybody tell you that.
Yes,
So you just go forward and be what you want to be.
yes, ma'am. What advice would you give to people that are around the 26 to about 50 age range? So they're in like the middle part of their life.
If you got boys, push them. Push them to do their best. Stand behind them when they're doing good. Do not bring them down. If anybody else bring them down, you bring them up. You take care, make sure you push your boys to go higher. Not just the kids to go higher, but the parents to push the boy to go higher. And I feel like when you do that, then your boy know, hey, I got my parents to back me up, and I'm going to go and be the best I can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be someone like Martin Luther King was, or anybody that, got higher. You see, some people feel like, hey, I'm inferior. I'm not going to be anybody, so I had a hard time in school. That's the parent play to push that boy and say, hey, you can do better than that. Girl, you can do better than me.
And what things would you want them to teach about when it comes to race?
I want to teach my children to, I don't have anything against white folks. I don't have anything against them because a lot of white folks are my friends. But I want my children to know that they are just as good or better. So don't never put yourself beneath them. Mm-hmm. Know that you are good or better. Mm-hmm. And know that, yes, Black Lives Matter. And see, a lot of people don't understand why we saying Black Lives Matter. Especially the whites, because they be saying white lives matter too. Well, you ain't never had to worry about, is my life better? Matter. They ain't never had to worry. We always had to worry about whether our lives matter. So, long as you just push them to let them know that your lives matter. Mm-hmm. So that's what I want to tell all of my black kids, that your life matters just as well as anybody else. You are no different. You matter.
What advice would you give to people that are over 50 or closer to your age?
Just try something that you feel like will make you better, and not just say I'm existing. Right now, a lot of people are just existing. They are not making a better life for themselves. They are just existing. And that is not what I want for my family. I want my family to succeed and be somebody big. I want to say, okay, you go get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, or whatever. Go up higher, as high as you can, and do the best you can. Mm-hmm. And just know that when you do anything, if you got God on your side, mm-hmm. you can't fail. Yes, you can't fail. You pray and you treat your fellow man right. You treat everybody like you want to be treated. But then you put God in the midst of all that. When you put God in the midst of all that, it cannot fail.
For everybody during this time, with what we have going on with people understanding each other, understanding where people come from and their race and their culture and appreciating it, during this time, how can we help each other understand each other better?
What we need to do, black and white, Hispanic, and whatever, is to get to know each other. Get to know that person, what they're going through with. Be there for them in the good time and the bad time. Worship together. When you worship with someone, you cannot, you know, you can't, you ain't gonna think bad of them. When you pray for somebody, you can't hate them. So when you go together with white, black, Hispanic, or Indian, or whatever, you just get to know them. Go to their house, study the Bible together, pray together, hug each other, love on each other, and be there through the thick and the thin. I feel like when you do that, this world will be a better place. But as long as you're looking down on somebody because you feel like they are lower than you are, it's never going to work.